The living room was a mess of chip bags and soda cans, the kind of chaos that only a Friday night could justify. I sprawled on the couch, scrolling through my phone, when Evan burst through the door like a man possessed. His eyes were wild, his phone clutched like a lifeline. "Lila just dropped a new music video," he panted, barely glancing at me. "You've got to come watch it on my phone. I have to be first." I raised an eyebrow, half laughing. "First? What? Do you get a medal or something?" He grinned, but it was the grin of a predator sizing up prey. "No medal, just the glory of being first." He flopped onto the cushion beside me, already pulling up the video. The screen lit his face in sharp angles, and I could see the tension in his jaw. This wasn't just a quirk anymore. It was an obsession, a weird little ritual that had taken over his life. Evan had always been the guy who thrived on small victories. Back in school, he'd race to the cafeteria line, elbowing past anyone who dared challenge his spot. Now that energy had morphed into this, a relentless need to slap first in the comment section of every video he could find. I'd asked him about it once, and he'd shrugged, muttering something about how it made him feel alive. Alive? Over a comment? I didn't get it, but I humored him. He was my friend, after all. The video loaded, Lila's voice crooning through the speakers, all sultry beats and neon visuals. Evan's fingers hovered over the keyboard, poised like a sprinter at the starting line. Come on," he whispered, refreshing the page. The comment section was blank, a rare gift in his world. His thumbs flew, typing the sacred word, "first." He hit send, then leaned back, exhaling like he'd just won a marathon. "Got it," he said, triumphant. I rolled my eyes. "You're ridiculous, you know that?" "It's not ridiculous," he shot back, sitting up straighter. "It's a race. Time's crucial. Quicker to write first than some long rant about the video. You don't get it because you don't play the game." I snorted. "Game? It's a comment section, not the Olympics." He ignored me, scrolling to check his victory, but then his face fell, a shadow crossing his features. "No way," he muttered, zooming in. There, above his first, was another comment, a smug first from some random account. Evan groaned, slumping back like he'd been punched. "Crap, I wasn't first!" "Dude," I said, trying not to laugh, "you almost gave me a heart attack with that reaction. What's wrong with you?" He rubbed his temples, staring at the screen. "If you can't beat them, join them," he said, more to himself than me. "But I will beat them, next time." I watched him, this grown man unraveling over a digital defeat, and wondered how it had come to this. He'd been at it for months. Every video, every platform, a mission to claim that top spot. I'd seen him refresh pages at midnight, set alarms for uploads, even skip meals to stay ahead. It was absurd, but there was something almost admirable in his dedication. Almost. Later that night, as the music looped in the background, I prodded him again. "Seriously, why do you care so much? What do they want, a cookie?" He smirked, but his eyes stayed on his phone. "It's about status, being early, getting noticed. Maybe Lila sees it," replies. "That's the dream, right? Higher chance she'll spot me if I'm at the top." I shook my head. "You're delusional. She's got 1 million fans. She's not combing comments for your ego." "Maybe not," he conceded, "but it's not just her. It's everyone. The way some people use these platforms, it's like a social app, arguing, joking, chasing likes. I'm part of that." I didn't have a comeback for that. He wasn't wrong. Scroll through any video and it's a battlefield of one-liners and flexes. Evan had just found his niche, however bizarre. As the night wore on, I left him to his crusade, the glow of his screen a beacon in the dark. But I couldn't shake the feeling that this was more than a game to him. It was a war he'd never win. Weeks passed, and Evan's obsession only grew. It wasn't just Lila's videos anymore. He was hunting every upload he could find, from gaming streams to cooking tutorials. I'd walk into his place and find him hunched over his phone, muttering about lag or those kids who beat him to the punch. "They're just kids, or they've got the minds of kids," he'd grumble, refreshing a page for the 10th time. No strategy, just luck. I'd started calling it his first fever, and he didn't deny it. One afternoon, I found him pacing his kitchen, phone in one hand, coffee in the other. "New drop in 10 minutes, he said, barely looking up. "Big streamer, empty comment section's mine." "You're gonna crash and burn," I warned, grabbing a slice of cold pizza from the counter. "This isn't sustainable." He waved me off. "It's the oldest trick in the book. Juvenile, sure, but it works. People notice. I've gotten 12 likes on one already. 12 likes? I deadpanned. You're a legend now. He shot me a glare but kept pacing. When the video went live, he pounced, fingers a blur, coffee sloshing over the rim. First, he shouted, slamming the phone down. But the triumph lasted seconds. His face twisted as he checked again. No way, someone beat me by 2 seconds. I couldn't help it, I laughed. You're gonna give yourself an ulcer over this. It's not funny, he snapped, but there was a flicker of a smile. I want to win. I can comment about the video later. First is what matters. I leaned back, watching him reset for the next round. You sound like a general planning a siege. What's the endgame? He paused, considering it. A higher chance the uploader replies. That's the gold standard. Imagine Lila saying, "Hey Evan, love your support." I smirked. You're banking on a pop star noticing you're first in a sea of thirst comments? Good luck. He shrugged, undeterred. It's not just her. It's the rush. Being first gives you something. Status, a thrill. You wouldn't get it. He was right. I didn't. But I saw the fire in him, the way it lit him up even when he lost. It was like watching a gambler at a slot machine, chasing a jackpot that never came. And yet, he kept pulling the lever. One night, we were at a diner, burgers half eaten, when he bolted upright. New upload, he yelped, scrambling for his phone. The waitress shot us a look as he typed furiously, oblivious to the ketchup on his sleeve. Got it, he crowed, showing me the screen. His first sat proudly at the top. Congrats, I said, dry as toast. You're the king of nothing. He grinned, unfazed. It's about perfecting the art, witty remarks, quick hits. This is my domain. I watched the comments roll in beneath us, some praising, some mocking. Firsters are the worst, one read. Another, nice one, dude. Evan soaked it all in, basking in his fleeting reign. But I wondered how long he could keep this up before it swallowed him whole. Back at his place, he showed me his strategy. A list of upload schedules, notifications on Macs, even a second phone for backup. You follow the trend, hit when it's empty, he explained, like a coach breaking down plays. That's how you win. Win what? I pressed. You're not getting paid for this. He looked at me, serious as stone. Respect, recognition, a place in the chaos. I didn't argue. There was no point. He'd built a world where first was currency, and he was rich in his own mind. But as I left that night, I caught him staring at a blank screen, waiting for the next drop. The fever burned brighter, and I wasn't sure it'd ever break. It all came to a head one rainy evening. I dragged Evan out to a bar, hoping to pry him from his phone for an hour. He'd agreed, reluctantly, but kept sneaking glances at the screen under the table. Lila's doing a live stream later, he muttered, nursing a beer. Can't miss it? You're missing this, I said, gesturing at the room. Laughter, clinking glasses, life. You're chained to that thing. He sighed, setting it down. I know it's weird, just bothers me for some reason, missing out. I have to be there. I leaned forward. There's always another video. Why does it matter so much? He stared into his drink, quiet for once. It's a race, a game. I'm good at it. Out there. He waved vaguely at the bar. I'm just another guy. Online, I'm first. I didn't push. For the first time, I saw the crack in his armor. Not just obsession, but a need to matter. It wasn't about Lila or likes. It was about carving out a space where he stood out. I got it, even if I didn't like it. We finished our beers in silence, rain streaking the windows. He checked his phone again, 5 minutes to the stream. I've got to go, he said, already halfway up. Come with? I followed, more out of curiosity than anything. Back at his place, the stream loaded. Lila lived chatting with fans. Evan's fingers danced, ready to strike. The comment section opened, and he typed, "First," with surgical precision. He hit send, then froze. Got it, he whispered, checking the list. His name sat at the top, undisputed. He turned to me, grinning like a kid. See? I told you. I nodded, impressed despite myself. All right, champ. You're the fastest gun in the West. He laughed, the tension easing from his shoulders. But then Lila's voice cut through. Hey, first commenter, you're quick. Love the dedication. Evan's jaw dropped, his phone nearly slipping. She saw me, he breathed. She saw me. I clapped him on the back. Your holy grail. Happy now? He nodded, still staring at the screen. Yeah, for now. The stream ended, and we sat in the quiet rain tapping the roof. He didn't check for the next video, didn't refresh. Maybe it was a fluke, or maybe he'd finally won enough to pause. It's about being noticed, he said softly. That's all it ever was. I didn't argue. He'd found his moment, and I let him have it. But as I left, I wondered if one win would quench the fever, or if the race would start again tomorrow. For Evan, first wasn't just a word, it was a lifeline. And who was I to pull it away?